Well, I guess first of all, obviously haven't had a subcommittee meeting on this in years and years. So I guess what was sort of the impetus for today's hearing?
Well, the impetus for me is that the Colorado River is in serious shape, and we've got 75% of the western United States is in extreme drought. You see it all over Colorado. The three worst fires in our state's history 2 years ago. Last year we had smoke all summer from California, and then the Marshall Fire at the end of the year. This is a crisis, that's being caused by climate change, and we're going to have to address it. So I thought it was really important for the first meeting of this subcommittee to be focused on the Colorado River and the drought in the Rocky Mountain West.
So what did you think of, obviously from what we heard from the panelists, but also what you heard from the fellow committee members, just overall, do you think, did it meet your expectations?
It met my expectations. One of the things that I thought was interesting about is I got to pick three members of the panel, and my Republican colleague, Roger Marshall from Kansas, our neighbor, got to pick two Republicans. And often in those hearings, you can tell the difference. In this thing, you couldn't tell the difference. And everybody was ringing the alarm on the fact that this is a serious issue and it's not going away, and that we're going to have to figure out how to create some very complicated partnerships at the local level, at the state, among the states, and then with the federal government being able to make some investment to support, hopefully, a consensus that will emerge among the states about how to deal with this drought that's the worst we've seen in 1,200 years. I mean, think about that. And it's not getting any better. I was really pleased by the questions that were asked by my colleagues, both Democrats and Republicans, because none of them were political. All of them were about the substance of the work. And that if we're going to get anything done here, that's the approach we're going to have to take.
I thought that was interesting too. Obviously one can make their own assumptions based on, who the Republican called and whatnot, but I thought that the testimony all sort of hit on the same similar subjects. And I thought that one thing I found a little interesting was sort of the nexus between the scientists talking about the agriculture side of it all, and obviously having a farmer from Western Kansas out there talking about it, and the water resources manager for Kansas too, and sort of how much those two things aligned. When it comes to Colorado, obviously we have the Eastern Plains agriculture, we have the Western agriculture, and then all this stuff in between. But as a senator in Colorado, how do you sort of address those different types of agriculture when it comes to this water issue?
Well, one thing we heard today was that flexibility is important, and a one-size-fits-all solution from Washington isn't going to work. I strongly believe that. I strongly agree with that. And one of the programs we heard about today that people actually said they liked was something that I had been involved with writing, which is the Regional Conservation Partnership program, which has, I think, been quite successful because it incentivizes collaboration among producers to work together. Instead of saying you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to put this storage tank here, you have to put it there. Instead of saying that, it's saying let's measure to a set of outcomes around water quality or water quantity that we can all agree with, and then let people on the ground do their work. So we've had good luck on the West Slope seeing some of that, and I think some of those practices can be used on the Eastern Plains as well. I mean, agriculture is vital to who we are as a state. It's critical to our economy. It's critical to our culture. It's fundamental to who we are as Coloradans. And we're going to have to feed a growing population of people too. And that's all the more reason why we've got to figure out how to innovate, because they're not making any more water and it's not getting any less challenging, but we're going to have to get through it. And I think we will.
And do you think that that's sort of, something to hold on to when you talk? I mean, obviously we talked about in the meeting or in the hearing about, fire and water and climate doesn't have these partisan lines. Obviously, there tend to be more Republicans in the more rural parts of the state and more Democrats in the urban parts of the state. And water is more meaningful for urban things for various reasons and for, rural things for various reasons. When it comes to sort of, bridging this partisan gap that we've seen, obviously has taken over the Senate in some ways, or in terms of some bills, I guess, is that agriculture and getting down to sort of some of these grassroots level things, is that the way that you guys are trying to move forward?
I mean, that's certainly the way I'm
it?
trying to, that is absolutely how I'm trying to move forward. The committee, I asked to be on the agriculture committee. It was the first committee that I asked to be on. It was the first committee to which I was assigned. And it wasn't because I was an expert on agriculture. It was because, my colleague at the time was not on the committee, and I know how important it is to the state. And that's meant that I've spent tons and tons of time in rural Colorado having listening sessions for now 3 different farm bills. And so I've learned a lot doing that. And I think that we have been able to together build some trust about what it is, we're all trying to do together. And as I said earlier, fire doesn't know any political jurisdictions at all. There's no way that we're going to be able to successfully deal with the forests at the headwaters of the Colorado River if we're not working together to do it in a collaborative way. And that's not just words, that's true, that's a reality. And one of the things that is true is what you said, is we have some partisan divides. There's some divides between rural and urban. But when I think about the water resources in Colorado, actually, I think about that as something that we all have in common. Every single one of us is downstream from those precious watersheds in the Rocky Mountains. And every single one of us, one way or another, is facing the scarcity that's resulting from the worst drought in 1,200 years. And maybe this is a place where we really can put our political, partisanship to the side and figure out how to do the right thing for the next generation of Coloradans and the next generation of the American West, so that we can preserve this economy for another 100 or 200 or 300 years. That's really what's at stake. And I think we can do it.
And obviously, a lot of the discussion sort of ended up centering on, EQIP and the Farm Bill. And, that seems to be the best way forward for, broader projects, more specific projects in various places. And then obviously, we hear from senators from Indiana, from Alabama, when it comes to things like the Farm Bill, which involve a lot of different senators, wants and projects for their area. How do you convince people who live outside of the West, who aren't as familiar with what's been going on here for decades, and especially in the past few years, to sort of support more Western funding for these sort of projects, as opposed to stuff that might benefit their states or districts more?
That was part of the pitch I tried to make today. Was, we show up all the time for fast moving natural disasters like hurricanes and things like that. We don't do it so well when it's a slow moving disaster like what we're facing here. And that's what I wanted people to see. Part of the pitch that I make is that anybody who's downstream from the Colorado River needs to care what's happening in the forests in Colorado, need to care what's happening in the rivers in Colorado. And that happens to be literally true. John Bozeman, who was there today, who's the ranking Republican on the agriculture committee, is from Arkansas. Well, that's where the Arkansas River ends up after it gets pronounced a totally different way in Kansas, as you heard today when they were calling it the Arkansas River. I barely knew what was going on, but that's what I think is, ought to be convincing. And the other thing is, I don't think this country can exist as its, sense of self without the American West thriving. And that's one reason why these projects were built to begin with, and why from the very beginning it's been a federal partnership. It hasn't just been the states, and we're going to have to get this figured out. There's going to be a really complicated and I'm sure at times torturous negotiation that we're going to have among the states to figure out whether we can get to a consensus. And then will be the project of making sure we get the funding from the federal government to do the work. And we're going to have to fight very hard to make sure we do that. And I think that's what good legislating is, and that's what we'll do.
And I can wind up here. I don't want to take too much of your time, but when we had the scientists from CSU talking about 40 to 60 billion dollars needed over the next 10 years to sort of
Right.
kickstart this effort. How feasible do you think that is for the
Well,
Senate to
that was
pass?
just, and that was, she was talking just about forestry. That wasn't even water stuff, infrastructure. And
Right.
I had a bill that I wrote after we had the three worst fires in the state's history that would have put $60 billion on the landscape. That sounds like a lot of money, but we're spending that every 5 years anyway. We're just spending it fighting fires. And it costs $50,000 an acre to fight a fire. It costs like $1,400 to $1,600 an acre to do the treatment on the front end, and it creates millions of jobs as well. So I haven't given up on that. We got $27 million, $1 billion in the reconciliation package for that, which would be a huge step forward. Already with the infrastructure bill that we passed, there's $5 billion in there for that. So that I think is a really good down payment. And now we're going to have to figure out how to continue to get the money appropriated. One of the things people here need to grasp is that climate change has made our forests much more vulnerable than they used to be. And the federal government has failed to invest in its own forests over many years, over decades. So we have a massive amount of deferred maintenance, which is why these numbers sound as large as they are. I think it'd be a lot better to spend this money doing fire mitigation and forest restoration and watershed protection than just spending it all fighting fires. And that's really the choice we have.